Hello.
Hey, family,
It's your girl, Nancy Drew,
and Mama C.
and we're back with another episode of Two Black Mothers. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and share.
And don't forget the notification button and leave your comments below. We'll be sure to get back with you.
Stay up all night because there's a hurricane on the way.
What? Yeah.
No, no,
You like,
no,
no.
no, no, no.
Let me get a Capri Sun.
And make that your last.
I don't want
When did you drink water?
Before I drank this, it was a red cup right there.
And you drank the whole cup of water.
Yes.
Let me see it.
It's empty.
It probably had two
Drops of water.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Today is Wednesday, wind down Wednesday. Everybody is winding down because we are in a state of emergency. There is a hurricane, Helen, H coming, and school has been closed for the next 48 hours. Even though,
What did you call it?
huh?
What did you call it?
Helen, H. What's the name of it?
I think it's Helena.
Yeah, I don't know the name. Like I said, I just was privy to this information yesterday. I didn't know anything about anything coming. But as I could see in the stores today, a lot of people didn't know either because the stores was packed and they was getting their whole grocery list today. Because this storm is on the way. So we wish everybody a safe stay in their homes and no power outages and have enough food and water to take them on to the weekend.
Guys.
And with that being said, you have plans this
Excuse
week.
me. Hold on.
Excuse me.
Am I on this podcast? So what can it wait until after the podcast? It's is it chocolate chip? Yeah. Then no. It would say chocolate chip and peanuts. It's just a plain chocolate chip.
Yay.
Go to bed. You still getting up in the morning. I have plenty of worksheets for your ass in the morning. You may not go to public school, but you're going to Mama C school. Did you go to your room to hang up them clothes? You just work with them clothes.
That's exactly what I'm gonna have these kids do tomorrow. I'm gonna wash all their clothes and they can hang them all up. But so you have an event to go to this weekend.
Let me tell you what they said. Or did I tell you what they said? Well, let me tell you what they said. So because it's this thing going on outside called a fucking hurricane. And people can die from a hurricane. And it is coming to Atlanta. Right? It is coming to Atlanta and past Atlanta. This is how big this thing is. They're saying this hurricane, they're going to retire the name because this is going to be a major storm. Okay. So I said, do we have any update about the weather conditions for this weekend in Atlanta? A state of emergency has been issued for the state of Georgia. It was issued by Brian Kemp, state of Georgia. This group leader said the state of emergency is for Wednesday through Thursday. We presently have a clear forecast for Saturday. LD in blocker is a rain or shine event. But let's pray the forecast is accurate, fingers crossed. First of all, okay, I read the state of emergency. Okay?
And it was not for Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, but you came up with that lie. You just came up with that lie. It's a state of emergency. It spans 10 days. 10 days. If it's a tropical storm now, but if it does hit a category 1 in Atlanta, we can have surge afterwards. which would flood a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, they don't want to get no refunds.
Exactly. So, and first of all, rain or shine, I didn't ask about rain. Bitch, I asked about a hurricane. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
A difference. But you can keep your rain or shine because it's called a claim. I would definitely deny charges.
Dispute
it. Exactly.
Well, that brings me into our first topic for today, because somebody orchestrated a Bridgerton event, and I thought of you when I seen this because you watched that show. And if this event was going on in Atlanta, you would have been like, come on, Anaya, let's go to the Bridgerton event. Yeah. Well, this was in Detroit. And the people were outraged.
What happened?
They paid $100 to $150 a ticket to go to this Bridgerton event. And they're going to show you what it was.
The first one?
Yeah, you push the first one.
This one right here? Which one? There's a lot of them.
So press the top one with the food. So this right there. That was the VIP dinner.
Mashed potatoes cold as fuck in the middle. I ain't got no more patience. What's for dessert, nigga? He done came around the corner with Tori.
So that was the VIP dinner. Now we go on to the next one. You paid $150. This is what you got. You paid $100.
It's been 2 days since the Detroit Bridgerton Ball took place here at the historic Harmony Club, and people who are excited to be here, super fans of the show, say there are still so many unanswered questions, and at this point, they just want their money back. For Pedro Soto and his newlywed bride,
she was really excited. She went by all this stuff for her outfit.
Sunday night at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball was meant to be a celebration after eloping the day before. Instead, the couple and hundreds of other superfans of the Netflix hit show disappointed.
We had to reuse cups, not enough plates. The backdrops were just paper.
The event is going viral on social media.
They ran out of food after an hour.
At Uncle and Me.
Reuse cups like I reuse your cup?
They said it was nobody picking up the trash. Like if you wanted to sit at a table and somebody had already sat there and ate, you had to throw their plate away. They said the other, now they didn't even show the regular meal. And then it was a stripper there. And they couldn't figure out why it was a stripper.
Was this a event or a bridesmaid shop? A bridal shop?
This is supposed to be Bridgerton
The
Ball.
LLC promised attendees who spent hundreds of dollars on tickets things like valet parking, horse and carriage rides, a play, ballroom dance lessons, and more.
This is truly a horror story, and I'm just completely awestruck seeing everything that actually happened.
Professional circus performer Tink has also been the subject of many videos online. She wants people to know that she was hired to pole dance just 3 hours before the event was set to start. She says she also offered hair suspension, aerial sling, and lyra hoop performance options, but the company selected pole dance, even choosing her costume.
I just feel very bad for all the patrons who showed up to the
pole dance, like with the pole or the circle?
We keep going through the videos. We're going to see her.
Cheers to everyone.
And tonight we're learning some Metro Detroiters had a similar experience at a Bridgerton-themed tea party at the Taylor Conservatory and Botanical Gardens, put on by the same company back in June.
It's a tea party. There's no tea at all. Running out of mimosas, running out of serving glasses.
Tamla Everett says she paid $80 a ticket to take her mom.
I feel like something needs to be done. This company is making a lot of money off of regular, hardworking people.
After trying to contact them multiple times yesterday,
that's what she said.
Uncle and Me sent the following statement this afternoon, saying in part, "We understand that not everyone had the experience they hoped for at our most recent event Sunday night at the Harmony Club, and for that, we sincerely apologize." They go on to say they are working diligently to address all concerns and reviewing compensation options to make things right. a response Metro Detroiters have been trying to get for days.
Just treat all of us fairly, you know, and if there's something a hiccup that happens, take accountability and learn from it. Because we work hard for our money, especially in this economy, and we deserve to get exactly what we are paying for.
In Paradise Valley, Whitney Barney, 7 News, Detroit.
Okay,
All
now
right,
go
thank
to
you
the
so
next one.
Standing in the rain, dressed to the nines.
Honestly, I just want my money back.
Superfans say they didn't get what they thought they were paying for at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball.
The way that it was described is that this was going to be a Bridgerton evening. We were going to have classical music, good dinner, and there was going to be a play. And they were going to pick Diamond of the Season. They were going to give away all of these prizes. And we went in, and it's completely empty in there.
Expecting to be transported into the regal world reminiscent of the hit Netflix show, fans say they were instead in a room with little decor.
They did this in Atlanta
cooked
too.
Food and given an exotic dancer as their entertainment.
It was complete chaos today. They never even scanned our tickets. Then there were random people that we paid to eat dinner, and they had random people all throughout the venue.
The frustration still sitting with Bridgerton fans today who sent us email after email after email.
It was really disappointing. And also, I mean, I think we were all really angry about it because we had built up these expectations and the tickets were not cheap.
Cameron Morey says after the event had to be rescheduled from its original date last month, she and her friends were excited to get dressed up Sunday night.
I definitely think that the people in this company were just in it to make money and try to maybe copycat off a successful event, but they had absolutely either no idea what they were doing or they just didn't care and had no problem just taking people's money.
The company behind the event, Uncle and Me LLC, has since disabled comments on their social media. I showed up to the venue to see if anyone might be there cleaning up, but no luck. We also went to an address listed for one of the business's co-owners. This is Whitney Barney calling from Channel 7 here in Detroit, and placed multiple calls, leaving voicemails and text messages, but no response. Bridgerton fans say the event company needs to do the right thing.
I think we should absolutely get refunds. And honestly, I want to see this company never doing business again.
We do want to make it clear that the owners here at the Historic Harmony Club are in no way affiliated with the event planner. They say they do provide some back-of-house services, but the event itself is on the promoters that rent out the venue. Reporting here in Detroit, Whitney Barney, 7 News Detroit.
Oh, we still ain't got to the food.
Not enough tears. I feel sorry for them. Is this the food? That is not what they got. That is not what they got. That is not. That is a picture. It is
they
no
ran.
Deal.
So they said the other food was there, but then they ran out of food. That's all they had left.
Oh my God. Guest paid $1,000.
Now I don't know what you paid $1,000 for.
Oh my God. It says ticket prices range for $150 to $1,000. Maybe if you got pulled up in a horse and carriage, if you paid $1,000.
But they said they didn't even have a horse and carriage.
Oh my God.
But what is that? A cheese sandwich?
Yeah.
And a salad.
Yeah. That you put on the little like bread. I mean, this on the bread.
Now I've never seen Bridgerton. I was like, maybe they got strippers in the show.
Yeah, Willy Wonka. I'll take So in the event, the person who put the event on wasn't there?
No.
Who was managing the event?
I don't know. But they say a black woman owned the company. They were showing her Instagram.
I should have known. I should have known.
But when I seen it, I was like, you would have been outraged.
I would have. Oh my God. I would have found her. I would have her ass down. Yes. But they was having one in Atlanta, and I was thinking about going.
So what is Bridgerton about? I never seen it.
It's about.
Is it like people in gowns and stuff? Like, are they dressed up like that the whole time?
The whole time.
Okay.
The whole time. It's about the Queen's life back in the still in the slavery times of America, but its event takes place in London, in the UK. So but the Queen is black in this show. The King is white. It's a good show. Sandra Land did it, so you know it's great writing. It's a really good show. It has love and sex and betrayal and
Whistle down.
Yeah, whistle down.
See, you said it had sex, so maybe she thought like, we need a stripper.
They had, like, in the TV show, they have women who portray those women, but they always be like classy. Like what they had on them people on the show wear a plethora of clothes, like a lot of clothes. Like they have clothes on top of clothes. Like they have on the items that they had back in the day. You know, they have on those items back in the day. They have on the corsets, all of that.
Well,
all of that.
Maybe whoever put it on never seen the show.
Probably. Or it takes a lot of money to replicate that stuff. It takes a lot of money, and I'm sure people spent a lot of money to go get their gowns.
The gowns and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot of money. And I mean, first of all, she could have did like a ball, like a queen's ball. Had somebody play up the queen in the queen's court, then had like decorations of flowers and things like that. It could have been better. Like she could have thought on a grand scale, but a different budget. Like she
clearly is going into different cities doing different things, because they said she did a tea party in North Carolina, had no tea. She just jumping around with these different events on Eventbrite and having people pay the money, and then probably trying to sponsor the event with the money that she get.
And even with the food, what she should have did, she shouldn't have did plated food. She should have did finger food, because the ball has finger food. Like she should have did like a Paris thing, a UK thing, finger food, like the watercress sandwiches or things of that sort. Like she should have did that. The little crumpets, the cake. Like she should have did that, like finger food. That would have went a little bit more a ways. She should have used smaller cups for people to drink out of, instead of probably big ass red cups that she used. I mean, she just didn't think this through.
And everybody need to dispute the charge.
Dispute it.
And still be mad because bought a ball gown and everything for nothing.
Exactly. I bet if enough people dispute the charges for that, the police will find them. Because the bank could be like, what the fuck is going on? You know, if enough people dispute the charges. So that's sad. That's sad that you can't go support an event and this is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. I remember my first event I put on when I had my my company, my event company. One of my first big events. It was a concert. It was Pastor Troy old black ass. I can't stand that man to this day. He showed up late, extremely late, and like maybe 10 minutes before the concert end, he showed up and he wanted to get paid first. I was like, no, Negro.
Was he the only act?
Concert, huh?
Was he the only act?
I had opening acts. I had this little kid opening act, and it was just so cool. They were so cute, and they did majority of the show. And then he had a runner out of the ass, like he wanted Patron, Hennessy, wings. You know, they want backstage runner stuff, and he was supposed to come to a tailgating event. This was all in the contract, and he didn't show. He didn't show to the concert. And my mother had to cuss out his brother because my mother didn't play. She was there working the door for me. And everybody who paid, I gave them their money back.
Oh, you gave it back? So he didn't perform?
He didn't perform because I didn't give him his money. I paid a deposit for him and then had to pay for his travel. And then when he showed 10 minutes before the event ended, I was like, I'm not paying you first. You need to perform. Then you get paid. And he wanted to. He wanted to get his money first. Bitch, the concert is about to end in 10 minutes. You're late. So therefore, I had to pay sound. I mean, I refunded everybody money. Yeah, refunded their money right then and there.
Yeah. And so he left.
He left. He was mad. He had to pay for his hotel. Like, that stuff costs money to do those events. It costs money. And it was out of my pocket. Like, I was paying out of my pocket to start. That was my first big event. I had other little events, but that was my first big one. Yeah.
So did you do other ones after that?
Yeah, little small ones, but nothing on that size. I had got tired. Like, I mean, these entertainers, they charge an arm and a leg, and they're not, and half of them ain't even worth it. Half of them is, but Pastor Troy has been sued by several people from not showing up. And they taking people money because you have to pay a deposit for them to even get there. You have to pay for all of their stuff. You have to pay for their travel. You have to pay for their hotel. They have a runner out the list, out the ass. A runner is a list of shit that they need, that they want. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then they show up 10 minutes before the end of the show and think you supposed to get paid? Like Lauryn Hill doing the stuff that she do. Lil Wayne used to do it for years to when people stopped booking him. And then he turned his ass around and he started.
He got it together.
He got it together because he used to do it for years. Like, these promoters, I feel for them. I feel for the people who promote and put on these events because I've been in it. Because, you know, you have to promote the event. And if people don't show up, you still got to pay for all that stuff that goes on. The meeting area, you have to pay for the event hall. You have to pay for security, police officers. Because it's a rap concert, you have to pay police officers instead of regular security. And you have to have a minimum of 4 security police officers at $50 an hour. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
It is a lot. And motherfuckers don't want to show up.
When I say this brain got me yawning, man.
I see that. But I feel for her on her side, but she need to give these people their money back. But I guess she said it was an event. It may not have been the event that you like, but it was an event.
Yeah, she didn't give them their money back. It should have been $20 tickets.
It should have.
They sitting on the floor and everything. I don't know why they sitting on the floor.
I would have left. I would have recorded, took pictures, but I would still try to look for the person because you're gonna see the person. I mean, you have to. You telling me she didn't even open up the doors? She wasn't there at all.
I don't know.
She had to be there. Who hired you? Who hired you, stripper? I would have went up to that girl. Who hired you?
The stripper. She said, "I feel bad,"
and she performed anyway.
I feel bad. I would have did a hair trick, but they denied that. They wanted a pole dancing.
A pole dancing? She must ain't never seen. No, it was no pole dancing in Bridgerton. None. Back then they had probably, saloons or exotic women that did dancing, but they were still fully clothed. People always trying to start a business, to start a side hustle. They don't have, everybody can't have a business. Okay? It ain't for everybody. Sorry.
She's my sorry.
It ain't for everybody. It's not. It's not for everybody. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but don't want. Okay. And we're back. So what's next?
What else you got? What you sent me today?
I sent you.
Who's that dancing?
She outside with her friend. Her baby daddy is my enemy. I'ma trip out if you cross me. I get that dick up, she might. She outside with her friend. Her baby daddy.
That was so mean. That was so mean. But But he have a big fan.
Outside with her friend. Her baby daddy is my enemy.
He looks like that. Just like that.
I get that dick up, she might. She outside with her friend. Her baby daddy.
Like what? Why? Are you looking like this?
With her baby daddy is my enemy. I'ma trip out if you cross me. I get that dick up, she might.
I sent you a video a couple days ago. What he talking about? Stand up straight.
What do you need to stop? Stop.
He's talking about, what you mean stand up straight? He's talking about stand up straight.
What he needs to stop before he end up in jail. He needs to stop. So let's touch on Diddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have spoke about the baby oil because technically we don't actually know what was in those bottles. Now, Diddy's lawyer recently sat down with TMZ to discuss those baby oil bottles. And from the looks of it, it doesn't even seem like he read the full indictment because, yes, there certainly was 1,000 bottles.
Back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home.
Yes, just to be clear, it was more than 1,000. More than 1,000. So let's just make that clear. And yes, this is the indictment. What I found the most interesting was this story that actually popped up on my FYP about this guy who said he did not believe that the baby oil bottles actually had baby oil in them. And then this girl's video popped up and she said what she thought was in the bottles. Guy goes on to say that even though it was 1,000 bottles, like why would the FBI seize them? Well, the FBI seized them because they believed that they were a part of the evidence to Diddy's escapades, if you will. Now, also, GRY Hulk, his inferences, it actually made a lot of sense. Like, why exactly did he have 1,000 bottles? So let's just say that the FBI seized them because they were a part of their investigation. Fine. But the other question that doesn't get answered, which probably won't get answered until the trial, is why exactly did he have 1,000 bottles? And that's kind of where her story comes in, where she believes that there was GHB in the bottles. And then I was sitting here thinking, like, why would he put GHB in baby oil bottles? And I thought, oh, easy to transport. Easy to transport. It was easy to transport. Just kind of like how you guys go on all those cruises and you sneak alcohol into your mouthwash bottles. This is the same premise I think that she's referring to. But again, let me play you her clip because I think it's interesting what she's hitting on.
In like the 60s, what is GHB used for in bodybuilding? Performance enhancement additive.
Crazy.
What are the positive side effects of GHB? Feelings of euphoria. What is GHB for parents? Usually available as a clear liquid. It's not baby oil. It just makes sense because why would the feds confiscate?
Yeah, you guys know I don't really fall down rabbit holes or conspiracy theories, but their theories are really lining up. And for his attorney to just be like, oh, it wasn't 1,000 bottles, like you clearly didn't read the indictment. And that is your client. That is literally your client. And how are you not reading the indictment? How are you not even investigating your own client? But I'm going to tag this creator as well as this creator below because I really highly encourage you to follow their premise of what they think it is because I'm in line with them. It could never have been baby oil. Yeah.
So
A news lady has came forward and with an assault. She did a press conference the other day.
No. What's
I
her
sent
name?
it to you yesterday.
A news lady? Her?
A new lady.
Why it always be these light-skinned white women?
That's what they like.
And that's what the fuck they get. Or maybe because they know our melanin black women is not going to take that shit and going to shut it down from the motherfucking beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Shut that shit off in the motherfucking beginning instead of waiting 40 years to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't you cry before you got out there? Really?
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words. It goes beyond just physical harm caused by and during the assault.
When was the assault?
It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are and leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal. Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability
This is
to
my thing.
function properly.
You doing all that
Being
crying
blamed,
for your lawsuit,
questioned, and
but you
threatened
didn't think to go to the
has
police.
often made me
Press
feel
charge.
worthless, isolated, and sometimes
Take a guess.
What it happened?
20 years ago.
That's because they let stuff like this go on. Like this should not be allowed. It needs to be some type of statute in place that you don't get to determine when you want some money from somebody from a sexual act 20 years ago. Like if you didn't go to the police, you didn't go to the hospital, get a rape kit, you did none of these things, and here we are, not 1 decade, but 2. My child just turned 18. So you telling me before I even had him? Matter of fact, you telling me when I was a senior in high school that you went to Diddy house and got sexually assaulted and you didn't want to say nothing until 2024. To me, that's outrageous.
It
and then
was
saying like, oh, it takes courage and all these things.
I'm sorry, more than 20 years ago.
And they say, oh, it takes people time. It's embarrassment and guilt and all these things. Take it to your grave then. If you done waited 20 years, take it to your grave. I wouldn't give none of these women a dime. Like, you not gonna come for me 20. Matter of fact, I can't even remember sleeping with you. He done slept with so many women, he don't even know your name.
Nope. He
You
probably
don't
like
even know your name from 20 plus years ago, and you crying like it happened yesterday. I can't. Lord.
So her boyfriend was part of the Bad Boy Studios in New York, and it's events at Combs' home. During the time Grace became familiar with Combs, who knew about her relationship with her boyfriend. That's what the document says. This was in 99, early 2000s.
99. 2000.
Of 2001.
Was my ninth grade year. Here I am, 39.
So he called her. And said Combs called her and said he wanted to talk to her about her boyfriend's job.
Okay.
The complaint alleged. Why you calling me about my boyfriend's job? Call him.
Call him.
Exactly. It's something to help her boyfriend. She agreed to meet with Combs soon after an SUV pulled up to her mother's house in Queens, with Sherman behind the wheel and Combs in the back seat. So she's accusing him and the bodyguard of R and of SA and recording the whole thing. When she got into the SUV, Combs offered her a glass of wine, which she accepted. The complaint alleged. After just a few sips, Graves began to feel lightheaded and dizzy, alleging for drugs that was put in the drink. The complaint claims. She lost conscious, and when she woke up naked on a pool table, and her hands were tied with what felt like plastic grocery bags.
Okay. And we didn't think to go to the hospital, get a toxicology report to show that I was drugged, then a R kit to show that I was SA. We didn't do none of these things. But here we are, 20 plus years later, crying next to Susan. And we are asking for what?
Hold on. We ain't got that far yet. The two valiantly R'd her. And even though she lost conscious again, and Sherman forced her to have oral OS, the complaint alleged. According to the complaint, she allegedly woke up on the couch in Combs' office with her dress thrown on top of her. A friend picked her up and took her to the hospital.
Okay.
The alleged R, but she was unable to leave the car. She was terrified of Combs would do to her and her family.
So your friend took you to the emergency room like, girl, let's press for charges. Let's get this done. And you said, no, I'm scared. And so what do you want now?
Ensuring years, the complaint claims Combs and Sherman contacted Graves and warned her to be silent.
What do you want now?
With serious repercussion, including potential losing custody of her son. Fearing Combs, she left New York and moved to Pennsylvania. Moved several times more to stay away from Combs. In 2023, Graves learned that Combs and Cheryl recorded a video of the R. Showed it to
where did you learn that at?
They don't say. Showed it to others and sold the video as P. That's what the complaint said. Grace was devastated about this news. Combs' attorney did not request comment. She didn't put how much she's. How much she
want. But she said in 2023 she mysteriously found out that they sold a video of her being unconscious, being hard with them in it.
In 99 and 20, so that will be still a VHS tape, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who bought the VHS? R. Kelly?
Probably. So I want to know how old she is. Because she looks pretty young. That would mean she was a kid. She looks pretty young.
99, you said you was going to college. She probably your age.
I swear, I don't know how to take this at this point. Because they're gonna come. They're gonna come.
Take it.
They're gonna come. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Get your story together. Because they're coming.
I can't take it because if it ain't no video, I mean, if I was his attorney, I would just be like, we're not giving you nothing. I mean, like I said,
I tried to do my homecoming review.
These women need to start holding these people accountable. Like, go report the crime. Like, I just don't understand this showing up 25 years later and like boo-hooing like it happened yesterday. And I just don't, for some money. You don't want to see them like we said before. You could have prevented so many other people if you saying that's what he did. You could have saved so many other women that this happened to. But instead, you kept quiet. And now that he has been arrested, and she could finally breathe. Okay. She's not telling her story so she could breathe. She's telling her story so she can get some money. It's a lawsuit. There's a difference. You can come on here and say, I just want to tell my story. I experienced this. This was my experience. But when you say lawsuit, it's not about you telling your story. It's about you getting a check. You seen the cash I paid, and now you like, let me file my lawsuit. See, can I get some money from them? It's not about telling your story, because if you just want to tell your story, you would go to your TikTok and you would say, I had a similar experience. He did this to me, and that would be that.
Yep. Like the girl we saw, the
Gemini.
Little sex worker.
Yeah, you would have just told your story, and that would have been it. But announcing your lawsuit and sitting up there, can't talk at the beginning, but you ain't want to talk all the time.
Yeah. This person said she's been speaking for years. No one was listening. When?
Who she was speaking to? She said she didn't say nothing.
Exactly. And this is what did it have to do with anything?
Oh, because they said somebody from Making the Band said he did an interview that said that a lot of times when Diddy was telling them to do stuff, Beyonce was upstairs.
Doing what?
I don't know. Maybe up there with Jay-Z. I don't know what her being upstairs meant.
I don't think she was Making the Band, the first Making the Band?
I think it was two of them.
It was several of them.
Oh.
He did the Making the Band with the
not the girls. This was boys. This was a boy that was saying.
Was he a rapper?
Yes. Okay,
that was the first one. Because he did the girls, and then he did a little Spanish group or something after that. After the girl, after Danny Kane. But it was a group before Danny Kane.
I remember Danny Kane and Day 26, but
Day 26, but it was a group before.
But before that,
the original Making the Band.
That's the group he was in, the original.
So the original, come on now, make it make sense. Making the band. I was in college, so that had to be 96. Beyonce was in Destiny's Child. What is she doing upstairs with Jay-Z?
I don't know what nobody was doing. I don't know. But I just want these women.
Old Town, the band, Daddy Kane, Day 26, and Don Cologne. I don't know. So it's a couple of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So 6 of them. Let me see. Which one was the first one? I don't remember it being Old Town. Oh, that was one. That was Old Town. They must got that out of order. Because that was in 2001. Was it a black? It was a black person?
Yes.
Okay, so that must have been the band. That sounds like the band. That was the first one they did called the band. Yes. So that one was in it was in 2003.
Okay, so that was
Too Hot for TV 2003. 2003 Beyonce then was still together. What name? Destiny's Child was still together in 2003. They came out in 1990. They came out in 1990.
Really? That early? I don't think Destiny's Child came out when I was 5.
Oh, they was Girls Town in 1990.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Active in 2006.
Okay, that sounds a little better.
No, they ended in 2006.
Okay.
So in 2003, she had her 2004 her single came out. So she could probably would be a Jay-Z then. But I don't see them upstairs while they filming making the band and the camera crew didn't pan on Beyonce them.
Well, you know, they wasn't paying them. You know, some people be like, you gotta pay me. I don't know. I just want these women moving forward to just speak up. If you are violated, speak up. Hold these people accountable. You can still sue them and send them to prison. You still get your check and send them to prison. But lock them up if they're doing it, because you just contributing to other victims having to experience the same thing by not saying nothing. If I know that the Burger King down the street will give me a Percocet with my Whopper, and I keep going down there and getting it, and then somebody else going overdose, and I'm like, oh, I knew the whole time they be doing that. I just be throwing mine away. Then, you know, I kind of just sat there and just watched it go on. So just speak up. Speak up. Now, 20 years is, I mean, I don't even see you getting anything. Like, has anybody got something from doing this?
Cassidy?
Not her. You know, she had evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew she had evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't waste no time.
None at all.
Next day, give her what she want. But like the women that came forward for Bill Cosby, did they get anything?
He went to jail though. I don't think they were suing him. They went to jail.
And what really sent him to jail? What was the evidence?
They had something. First of all, it was because they were saying that it was past the time that he didn't go to jail, and it was that last one that they allegedly said he did, which was in the time frame. That's what nailed them to the coffin. That's what nailed him to the coffin. I don't know exactly which one, but you know he out now because of some evidence.
Because I just don't. I mean, like in reality, you really just can't. There's nothing they could do with you saying. Like I literally can call an attorney tomorrow and say, I was at a Diddy party and he assaulted me. They're gonna pick up my case. They're gonna pick up my case. All I got to do is tell them a story. But I believe it may have happened to you. I truly do believe that. But I believe that if you wanted something to be done about it, you needed to say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because the way it's looking, it seemed like did he get down kind of wild. So I believe that he may did get you.
Yep. It was this woman, which shocks the fuck out of me. Oh, hold on. That put the nail in the coffin for Bill Cosby. Hold on, let me pull it up. Her right here. Looks like a whole, I know. That's what
looked
she
like
looks
Bruce
like.
before Bruce became Peyton.
I didn't want to say it. But it was her case that that put the nail in the coffin.
And so how long ago was she saying this took place?
This is when it had to be, it was years, because this is when he was giving money to Temple University. It was years, like years. 2014. Oh no, that's when they started merging in 2014. The start date, it started in 2000. 1986. 1986.
That was that lady. Hers was 1986.
Yes. 1986.
That's why he got out, because that wasn't gonna stick. Like 1986. I was born in 85.
15.
Huh?
They said she was 15, and he saw a picture of her on her stepmother's desk and offered to help with her modeling career. It was, yep. Yep.
Yeah, they said in 2020, June 30th, 2021, the conviction was overruled.
But
like
technicality.
It says he was accused of R and SA by more than 60 women. That's a lot of women. That's a lot of women for not one person to say something when it happened. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And we got to know that the buck stops with us. Like, if you want something to be done about it, you have to speak up. 60 women is a shitload of women.
It is.
And he at some point knew after 5 or 6, oh, I can keep doing this. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. All the way to this man that lived a good life, got old.
When he hit the fan, he was worth $500 million. They won't say what he's worth now.
Still, well, he probably paid some lawyers, but it's he didn't have to pay nobody. I said, did he pay anybody in the lawsuit? No.
He just went to jail.
And just went to prison until it got overturned.
And I'm sure he got money left.
Oh, of course. Let's see. What's his net worth?
Until he passed away. And his TV show made over $1 billion.
Oh, yeah. And that's the first thing it said. Cosby Show generated $2.5 billion.
It said 9 women sued him.
Yeah, so his net worth still between 400 and 500 million. But this will be my thing. Even if I'm not going, like, write up my contract because you're gonna pay me for the rest of your life. It has to be something done. but the waiting the 20, 50, 30, 60, whatever years y'all want to wait is not the solution. It's not the solution. Like Diddy ain't gonna tell me to get out of town. No, you gonna tell me what time my check is coming. Is it coming on the 1st or the 15th? Which one?
Yeah, and today is the anniversary
of what?
Of him getting sentenced in sexual assault. Today.
Who? Bill Cosby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. A couple of years ago today, September 25th, Bill Cosby sentenced in an SA case. Also on this day, 140 people was.
What year was that?
It don't say.
I would just say September 25th.
2018.
Mm.
2018. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I myself haven't been SA, so I don't know what the mental dialect that comes with it. But you know, they all say that they feel guilt, they feel that it's their fault. But not saying nothing, just let the person keep going. Keep going.
Yep. Yep. They need to say something. We need to say something, people, and stop waiting. But we could do both. We could say something, report him, go to jail. Them go to jail because this woman does it too, and sue them. You could do both.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can do both. Mm-hmm.
You could do both. And in this world of this, go on and record and say what you need to say. Like you have an out. You have a way of saying stuff, you know, and you have a backing because once you say it, other people may follow like they doing now.
Mm-hmm.
You only know 3 or 4 with Diddy, it's gonna be more than 60. Bill Cosby did 60. You best believe it's gonna be more with Diddy ass.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be a shit. This is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. They got to come back to back to back to back. And I mean, he not gonna give him no money. He not gonna pay him. He not gonna pay him. He gonna be like, I don't know you. You better find your tape. If you feel like you got a case, you better find your tape that you said he got. Cause other than that, I mean, that's the only reason that R. Kelly gone. He had tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And he still had them girls to that day that he got locked up that was all messed up and crawling around and doing whatever he say.
Mm-hmm. They got so we also got Harvey. He pled not guilty.
Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was found not guilty. He pleads not guilty to additional crimes. He was arraigned this week. So they got that case going on in New York as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And see that be now. I don't know how many men have been essayed in the industry, but I know that like when these women do stuff, they kind of downplay it. Like, you know, it's not really that serious. And for men, they always say they don't say anything because they're a man. You know, but I just don't know the lady said that she was scared he was gonna do something with her son or something.
Take her son. Mm-hmm. And I get that. Yeah, he used his power. And Weinstein, but he showed up to court in a wheelchair. He just
had like he was ill.
Mm-hmm.
He on his last leg.
80 women have accused him of SA or harassment going back for decades. But they pulled the Diddy ass out. Like that's all you see. I don't remember seeing too much about him.
Oh, me neither.
And the other person, the other man, I forgot his name, but him, I remember seeing a lot, and I think he's the godfather of the Me Too movement.
It's a lot of that in the industry, and it's also a thin line too. It's a thin line, because I truly believe that a lot of reasons that they're not saying nothing is because they went with an intention to help their career or become somebody or something like that. So I think that also plays a part in not saying something. A lot of women from the Bill Cosby incident said, I was trying to become a model. I was trying to become an actress. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get blackballed. I wanted to become, a star. So, and a lot of people with R. Kelly let their kids because we wanted her to become a singer. We wanted her to help him like he did Aaliyah. So I think in them instances, it becomes later on down the line, I regret what happened because it wasn't beneficial for me. Janice Dickinson, old ass, wrinkled up, said Bill Cosby did the same thing to her. But she was at the beginning of her model career and she wanted to be great. And her career soared and she never said nothing to speak to him when she see him and everything. But she said she was art by him. But she wanted her start. So it's kind of like
you had to pick and choose, but
yeah, you riding a thin line.
I just don't think you chose it then. You should have said, no, it's wrong. My career, oh well, let me go get a job doing something else. And pick the latter of telling.
But you don't you don't go when you go to these celebrity houses and they pour you a drink and you take the drink and you drinking it. You already have in your mind decided that this is how the night's about to go. They didn't call you over to play cards. Y'all not about to play Uno.
Nope.
Not at all. So you've already, I just think it'd be more of a I mean, I probably done slept with somebody before and a week later been like, that was such a waste of time. Like, I don't know, is that essay? I don't know. Because like, I mean, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Somebody could be a waste of your time. You could regret even sleeping with them, but it's not the same as R or SA. Unless you said no. Like you would need to really say no. And I think that they say, well, I was under the influence. I got intoxicated. I smoked and did whatever. I woke up in the bed. My coochie was hurting. You know, you also got, did you say no?
Did you say no?
Yeah.
Did you resist? Did you resist?
Yeah. Did you resist? Did you say no? Because going there and getting drunk, I done seen my husband drink and not remember what happened the night before. So you best believe I didn't essay him. But I done seen him drink to a point at a party and then wake up the next day like, what happened? Because that's his tolerance level. His tolerance level is really low. So, I mean, if he woke up naked, he might be like, what happened? But you have to know what you can handle. But if you feeling like you done been drugged, go to the hospital because they can run a toxicology and tell you what was in your system. And the police gonna come and at least have that paper trail.
Even if you didn't want to bring out a case or anything,
right?
At least go to the hospital and get a police report.
I went to the party. I woke up. I feel funny. Can I have a toxicology or rape kit? You ain't even gotta say no names. They will do all that stuff and have it on file. Then if you decide down the line let me call and report this. They will have the stuff there. But saying nothing, it does nothing.
And I would think you would want to go and get a test and everything because you don't know if they use protection and majority.
Right, because you say you unconscious and everything.
Go get tested, get all of that done for your safety. Yeah, I just wish we would say something. We have this B2 movement going on. We need to have this say something movement going.
We need to make it a movement. Say something.
Say something. I mean, you cannot allow this to keep going for 80 years and then report it once they get big. Because, you know, it was before Diddy was Diddy, but he wasn't Brother Love, you know? He wasn't the millionaire. Why didn't we say anything when he was small? Like he didn't have the power that he has now. When he did all this stuff, you could have ruined it then. You could have ruined his reputation then. But wait until like he got some real power now. We've been
I think that like I don't think he's different with anybody. I think that when he meet a woman, I think that he takes something to have a high sex drive. I think he is ingesting something because even Carisha said, "Oh, he can go all night." I thought I would get him to tap out. He go all night. I was tired, so I could imagine that he takes something. He get to drinking, y'all partying, and he do it with y'all all night. You probably do wake up whole hurting, everything, for real. Because I mean, it seems like he may be, what is it called when you're addicted to sex?
A nympho.
A nympho. That may be what he is. And so he may do that with every woman. So if you come home with him wanting to do it and you think you can do it one time, oh, he done got you lit and done tow that hole up to the next morning. And then you wake up feeling like, yeah. Going on.
Well, I think we got a while to keep covering Diddy. I think it's going to be.
We're gonna be covering Diddy for the next how many more months? 2024. For the rest of 2024, we'll be covering Diddy.
3 more months.
They talking about he ain't eating.
And they got him on suicide. Well, I'm sure he's not eating because he's not getting spanked. Shit.
Suge Knight said, Suge Knight got his podcast, even though I don't agree. Suge got his podcast, and CNN called him yesterday, and he said that he feel like this was learned behavior from Clyde Davis, Russell Simmons.
Nobody said much about Clyde.
Well, they say that Clyde Davis, Russell Simmons, and what's the black man that had the glasses that passed away a couple years ago?
Andre and
yeah,
Andre Thomas.
Is that his name?
From what was that show he was on? Is America Got Talent? Or was it The Voice?
Oh, I don't really know. I just know him from
Andre Terrell.
Terrell. He said something about Andre Harrell or something like that. He said, but he said that is learned behavior from them. Yeah, he was like that's learned behavior from them. He was like, hurt people hurt people. He was like, I've known Diddy for a very long time, and I've been in that industry a very long time. He was like, and I'm telling you, that's learned behavior from them. It was done to him, and he has just kept it going. Yeah, him.
Right there.
Yep, them three said and Clyde. And he just said that he was just saying that he that's been going on in the industry. He was like, it's been some men sleeping with men and stuff. And he said, did he just hold your head up? He said he just wanted to do his time and get out. He was like, he had a good run.
He ain't getting out. He ain't getting out.
He was like, he think he should just take a deal and do the time and get out. He was like, he done had a good run, and when he get out, he's still gonna have, all this stuff.
He ain't. First of all, he ain't getting out. He ain't gonna do a deal because I went to this. I was like, well, let's see. Let's see what's going on in on his page. Did we unfollow him? Because we've been unfollowing all these celebrities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did we unfollow him? No, we didn't unfollow him. He's still at 19.77 million. Mm-hmm. So I was on his page. I was like, did he do a post? And no, he's been deleting posts because first of all, we supposed to be unfollowing people, right? That's been doing bad. Unfollow the celebrity. That's the whole movement thing. Ain't nobody unfollowing the sucker. 19.7 million followers. But that post was not the post that was there the other day when I looked on his page. It may be, let me see. Like, do he have another? He got to have another page because this one says, yeah, he got another page. But where's the love page? Where's that brother love? Where's that one? Where's the one with the love? Like,
she talking about where's the one with the love?
It's called love. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So it's love here, but on Twitter is his love. It's on Twitter, which is what is it called now? X. Do you just type it www.x?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that it? Oh, that is it. That is it. Anyway, I'll show it if y'all can see, but it's on this. So his post, he has one post up there that's been there, says that he is innocent. That is what his post says on Twitter. It says enough is enough.
That he is innocent.
That I am innocent. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character and destroy my reputation and legacy, all caps. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Sean Diddy Combs. In all caps. In all caps. As on Twitter, well, platform X was formerly known as Twitter. He has 14.8 million followers. And when I tell you we supposed to been unfollowing people. Now I don't follow them. Never did, so I ain't need to unfollow them.
Yeah, I don't follow them either.
Should not. Let's go into this and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
To show y'all this. People having podcasts from prison. How about doing a TikTok? Dance. You do a TikTok dance from prison. In the middle, not in the room, but in the middle of the prison. Where is the guards?
Not there.
They're filming it. Because you see the camera moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to be filming it.
He got a tripod and everything. Somebody said, imagine telling your kids prison ain't a good place and they go on TikTok and see this.
Exactly.
Everybody just looking.
I mean, first of all, is this what they do in prison? They just sit there naked and talk to each other?
He watching TV. It's a TV on the wall.
Oh. Cell block 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, maybe they was doing free time. Maybe they can do TikToks during free time. I mean, they do them in school. They do them in high school. Might take the dress off.
She still got that dress on.
She still got that dress on. Like,
she get ready to go to a ball tonight.
Exactly. Okay. I thought you would have done access about it. She ain't even down, but now it's time to say goodbye. I'm gonna be singing that song on that day. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my family.
Until we meet again, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and share.
And don't forget the notification button. And leave your comments below. We'll be sure to get back with you. Peace. And to the people in the path of Helena H, be safe, evacuate, and be safe. Peace.
Peace.